I'm the community, and we're gonna record it. So this is just the How to Ace Your Week. And my name's Emily. I'm the community assistant for Floor 6, Tower 1. I'm an upper division nursing student, so if you have any questions about that process, what it's like in upper division, how to get there, different paths, I can answer them or help get you in the right direction. And some random fun facts about me that if you've seen me earlier or last 2 days, you might have heard these already, but I'm from San Diego and I love cats a lot. And I'm also a big fan of flowers and space. So yeah, Ivan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Ivan. I'm a sophomore at the West Campus. I am a nursing major. I'm originally from El Paso, Texas, but I've been in Arizona for about 14 years now. And some fun facts about me. I had a job waiting for me at Disneyland before it got shut down. So sadly, I didn't get that. And then I'm getting a puppy for my birthday. So pretty big deal. So golden retriever. So excited about that.
Okay, I think I'm up next. So my name is Rebecca or Rebecca, either one works. I am a CA for Floor 5, Tower 1 in Taylor Place. That's downtown Phoenix. I am a senior year nursing student, so I only have 2 semesters left until I graduate. Very excited about that. And then some fun facts about me. I'm from Gilbert, Arizona. I have 3 siblings, all of which are either graduated from ASU, going to ASU, or will be going to ASU. And I have 5 houseplants that are mostly alive and thriving. So
I guess I'm next. Hi, my name is Elena Stuvader. I am a sophomore on the downtown Phoenix campus. I'll be over at Roosevelt Point. I'm majoring in community health and I'm minoring in healthcare coordination. Some facts about me are I'm from Arizona, Croatia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I moved to Arizona last August from Ukraine, which might not have been the best decision because I'm a winter person and I moved to a desert, but we're working with it. So yeah, it's great to meet all of you.
Perfect. This is a meet and greet. Like we said, this is kind of going to be more of an informal panel. We're just going to give you some tips and tricks, and then hopefully we'll have time at the end to answer any questions. So starting this off, it's always good to know where your classes are. And unfortunately, because of everything going on, we can't give in-person tours, but there has been some conversion to like online tours. So I can send out this PowerPoint as well, I think at the end, and it has some nice links. So if we click like downtown, it gets you to like a little tour and you can like do a video or you can do like a virtual tour where you can like roam around. So that's pretty cool. And the same goes for West Campus. And then there's going to be a live tour on Wednesday and and Wednesday and Monday, depending on which campus you're located on. So I highly suggest you check out those to kind of get a little feel of the campus before you start classes. It's always nice to kind of know where you're going if you do have in-person campus classes. And then if you're all online, it's still nice to be familiar with the campus because there's a lot of great study spots and it's always nice to kind of get out of your room from time to time and study in new locations for like that fresh mindset. Some weekly must-haves that we thought was important is water. Water is so important. I'm from San Diego, like I mentioned, and it's like a nice, cool 75 there, so we can kind of risk not drinking water. Not the case here. Please, please, please don't forget to drink water. It is so hot out here, and we're in a desert, and it will dry you out so quickly, so don't forget your water. Following with that, face masks are essential. They are the newest fashion statement. Everyone is doing it. Highly suggest you join it. Face masks are required when you are on campus. So they're not just a fashion trend. It is very, very important and they are essential. You need to have them on if you're going to be anywhere on campus. This includes outside when you're in public places and you may think there's no one around you. Please still wear your mask. Finally, or next up, we really recommend getting the ASU app because you have to do a daily check-in with like your health every morning. And it's really easy to get to on the ASU app. There's also other avenues you can do it, such as like email or a phone number, but I found the ASU app to be the easiest. I've been telling a lot of people just get it used to doing the little, it's 2 questions, and I just do it when I brush my teeth in the morning. I know some of my students have been doing it when they make their coffee in the morning or putting on makeup. There's a lot of easy ways that you can just slip it into your schedule and it'll go really easily. Just get into that habit and you'll be good to go. Classrooms, if you have in-person classes, they get so cold. We air condition like it's nobody's business. If you get chilly easily like I do, I always have a sweater on me. You'll see me, it's 115 outside, but I'm wearing jeans and a hoodie because I know my classes are cold. So just if that's you and you're one of the cold people like me, you can consider bringing a sweater just to stay warm. And then a planner, whatever method of organization works for you. We always encourage it. That's going to be a personal thing. I am a really big planner kind of person. I color code all of mine. I have my planner here and I go through all of the syllabi before class and write everything down in my planner. Just it helps me keep everything focused. But if you're an online kind of person, you use one of them apps, more power to you. I can never figure those out. And finally, ASU gear. As you see many of us wearing ASU attire, we wear gold on Fridays and maroon on Mondays. So I highly encourage you to get into that, show your spirit, be part of our community, and just like let everyone know that you're a proud Sun Devil because we're so happy that you're here and we want you to be part of our community, as you already are part of our community. So each of us have gathered some tips for you. My first one is to get connected when you get to class and make some friends. They will come through for you in study groups. If you miss a class, you can catch up the information you need, or if you just miss something that the professor said, it's always better to have multiple brains working together to make sure everyone stays on track and keeps everything organized. So I highly suggest just making friends who can help you through your classes. My second tip is just to review your notes after class. I always like to look over them and jot down anything else when the notes are still fresh in my brain. And that helps me notice areas that I didn't understand fully, and then I can go to office hours and make sure that I understand everything. So that's just kind of my study techniques that work for me. So if it works for you, more power to you. We're in the same boat. And then finally, like I touched on before, find your organization style that works for you. Like I said, mine's a planner, but if you're a sticky note kind of person or a calendar on your wall or an app or a planner, anything it is, it's really important to stay organized just with how many classes you take. And it's a different structure from high school with like, you're not just in the same classroom all day, you're moving around, there's gaps in between. So it's always good to have something that can keep you organized. Those are my tips.
Okay, so on to my tips. I would suggest some headphones or earbuds. Personally, they help me focus more and put more attention to what I'm doing, especially homework or keeping track with things that I need to get done. Also, a good sleep schedule helps me a lot as well. Due to so much homework, being in a nursing major, and being a competitive nursing major, I want to make sure I get the best grades possible, so a good sleep schedule can help you a lot during this process. I also like to keep a planner of my own. Usually, I'm not the one that likes to color code and write it down. I'm more of the digital type of person because I'm on my computer a lot anyways, because that's where all my homework is. Also, I like to find friends right away in all my classes, exchange numbers or snaps or Instagram or emails to study with them and succeed in the class together because we're all in this together. And also, I forgot one tip. I would wait till the first day of class for your books because sometimes on the ASU app, it'll say you need these books, but once you get to class on the first day, the teacher will be like, oh, you don't really need them. So yeah, I would just wait on the first day to see what books you need.
So hi, I'm Elena, and some of my tips are definitely bring snacks because I'm one of those people that always schedules my classes back to back. So it's good to have like a granola bar to eat on the way there. My second tip would definitely be headphones and earbuds, whichever you prefer, because it's really nice when you're studying, or let's say if there's a lot of noise around, to be able to focus. Fuzzy socks are my favorite part of the semester, especially when it gets cold, because it's just the perfect outfit to wear when you're studying or anything like that. And coffee or tea, whichever you prefer in terms of caffeine content, because you might not drink it before you come to college, but you're definitely going to drink it during. And then my last thing would be like a handheld fan like this. I'm one of those people that gets really hot on the way walking to classes, so it's nice to have something that can just sort of breeze. And yeah, those are my tips.
Hi again. So some of my tips are to make sure to take time for yourself and take breaks. I know, especially the first couple weeks, classes can be really overwhelming and you feel like you have to be studying every moment of every day. But it's okay to take a break. Make sure you eat something, and just like listen to your body when you're tired, take a nap. I would also say find a great music playlist, something that helps you focus, whether that's like I don't know, your favorite artist, or if it's just like the instrumental soundtrack thing that I listen to. Just find what works for you. And then also discover your own study style. A lot of times like that might change from high school to college now because classes are formatted so different. So just kind of get into the groove of things, figure out what works for you. And then finally also find your favorite study spots. I know I love studying in the library in UCent, but some other people might prefer like a coffee shop. So just figuring out what works for you personally.
Hi everybody, my name is Megan. I am the peer leader at the West Campus, and some of my tips are a little bit repetitive, but I think that just helps explain the importance of them to you guys. Just try to get sleep whenever possible. Being a nursing major, sometimes you have to go to bed at midnight, and sometimes you have to go to bed at 9 p.m. because you have a clinical to get up for. Staying caffeinated is always good. Starbucks is right there in Taylor Place and right there in Fletcher Library in West Campus. Both are great options. Or getting a Keurig. I recently got one of those. It's been great. Finding some good study friends, not only just to study with, but people who can help distract you when you need a study break. Highly recommend. Earbuds are good to help block out the noise and just get you focused, and a planner to keep you on track, because there's been times where I've let stuff slip through the cracks and it's not been fun. So getting that planner is really important.
Yeah, so those were our tips, and here's a great way to stay connected and sort of hear about what's happening. So these are great, and then I think there might be some, oh, this is the last slide, just kidding. We'll go back to the top slide. This one looks pretty. Yeah, so we have a couple minutes left. Does anyone have questions for us? Between all of us, I'm sure we have a surplus of knowledge, and I know it's scary going into the first week, but we're here to support you. We're here to make sure that everything goes smoothly and answering all of your questions. Anyone have anything?
I was wondering what your best time management tips are, especially when it's sometimes hard to get everything done.
Of course. I'll take that, and then if anyone else wants to answer as well. I just make sure I do everything over the weekend it's due like before. That didn't make sense. The weekend before, I make sure that I do any assignments I can, and then during my school week, all I have to focus on is going to classes and then doing all of the assignments like the weekend prior. Does that make sense? And so that works for me just to like make sure that I'm not stressing myself out and I don't run into like, oh my gosh, it's already 10:30 and my assignment's due at midnight and I have no time left. So I always have that anxiety. And so I always try to like prevent that by doing things early just to make sure I stay on top of everything. And it's nice just to do it over the weekend because then I can play music and eat snacks in between because I don't have any class obligations.
What worked out for me, it sounds a little crazy, but I would work on my homework a week ahead when I had the opportunity to. That just like relieved a lot of stress on me, so I could just focus like in class what I need to focus on. And then as the weeks progress, I would just continue, and that's how I kept on track of my homework.
The planner I have has your day scheduled out by time. So sometimes if you have like a little time slot between classes, I'll put like a task that I need to get done during that time, and it helps me get stuff done. I also, sophomore year when I first started as a peer leader, I went really extreme with it. And because I was traveling in between downtown and west, and I started tracking everything I did for about a week just to see where I was like time or missing time that I could get back, because maybe you're using Netflix while you're studying, but it's taking you 3 times as long to study versus if you just put on some music and did that. But that was kind of the extreme end, but that really helped me out.
Cool. Anyone else want to jump in, or does anyone else have any other questions that we can answer? Who do I see hiding here? I see. Do any of you want to introduce yourselves to each other? I know this is a great time to do it because it's hard with the no face-to-face.
Hi, I'm Kayla Medor, and I'll be attending the downtown campus, and I'll be majoring in nursing. I will be commuting from Peoria, which is where I'm from. And I'm looking forward to meeting people on campus as much as possible and attending some events on campus also. And very excited to start classes also.
Yeah, we're happy you're here. Thank you for joining us. We are
Thank you.
all hopefully friendly faces you will see. Yeah. I think that's everything from us. Let me check with my other people. Yeah, anyone else have any last words of advice?
I would just say, I know it sounds like really scary. I don't know how you all are feeling about it, but just take it one day at a time, one class at a time, one assignment at a time, and slowly you'll get through it all, and then it won't be as scary. So just keep a level head. It's okay to be scared, but just take it one step at a time.
I have another question. How would you suggest best keeping up with your 3.5 GPA for direct admission? And is it very difficult to do with all your classes that get harder eventually?
I can take this one first. I would say the most important thing for me was figuring out how much each class counted towards your GPA and which classes do count towards that 3.5, and just knowing that from the start. Also knowing how many points each class is worth can be very helpful, because one time a class almost got the better of me because I realized it was only 100 points, and so first test didn't go so well, and I almost fell behind. So just being aware of how much wiggle room you have in each specific class.
Yeah, I had a very bad mindset going into my first semester. I had Chem 101 and Sociology, both classes I took in high school, and completely hated it. So I went into those 2 classes I'm not gonna like this. This is gonna be so horrible. And I ended up not doing, or like I still passed the class, but like not with the scores that I wanted. So yeah, mindset is also another big factor.
I would
I'd
say
also
just no. Sorry.
I
I would
you
just
can go ahead.
people are here to help you. And so use your resources as much as you can. Tutoring Center, they have some great resources, all your lab TAs, everybody you can to get information, but also make sure you're taking time for yourself to relax. You know, just like even enjoying the little things, because it can get really stressful. Like enjoying a shower sometimes is like the best thing you can do. But make sure to take those little moments for yourself throughout the day too.
I'd also say definitely take advantage of any extra credit that your classes offer, because you never know when finals come around, those few points you get from an extra like study guide that you turn in might just be the reason you get an A+ rather than an A.
Perfect. This is the end for us. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. If you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to stick around. Let's see, Riley, do we have anywhere else we need to send them?
Nope. But I do have an update on the main Sun Devil Tuesday welcome. So I know a few people have been asking about it, and it's somewhat confusing when you go to the event link because it just sends you in a roundabout way back to the main page. So what I have found out is that if you go to asu.edu, it's going to be live streamed on that main page. Right now it's just a picture, but they are going to be streaming it through there later. So check it out. It's at 4 p.m. You'll have about an hour, so go eat a snack or something. I know I need to eat lunch. I forgot to do that earlier, and it is almost 3 o'clock. So don't be like me. I'm a bad example of health and wellness. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, you can stick around. We're here. I also, Emily, if you want to go to the last slide on that with the contact us, that is the student engagement information right there. So if you ever have any questions for me specifically or for Caitlin or anybody on our student engagement team, you can always email us or give us a call at that number. So we're around. We're here to support you and help you throughout the year. Just keep an eye out for Meet This Week, any updated programs that are happening. But we are so excited to spend the year with you, even if it may be a little bit more virtual than in person. But we'll still get to know each other pretty well. So thank you.
I have another question. Since no one else is asking questions, I just figured I'd ask. So when did you join any clubs or organizations? Did you do it like your first year, or did you wait a little while to make sure that you were on track with your school?
I followed up. I joined a bunch of clubs like right away. I was really excited, and I think fall into a habit that a lot of first year students also experience, that I kind of overwhelmed myself by being too involved. And I know that's really, like, you just are so excited. I signed up for like 10 different clubs and orgs, and then on top of like nursing and trying to adjust to like college life, it was definitely a little overwhelming, but it did help me sort of like realize which ones I felt passionate about continuing with, and the ones that I stayed in. And there's a couple that I was like, I just need to step back and like I can't commit to this. So it never hurts to kind of reach out to people or look at Instagram pages or org sync, like ASU sync, and kind of read the descriptions of different orgs and see which ones you're interested in. I personally like being part of like 2 or 3 that I can really focus my attention on and be really engaged in. And I found ones that like have good messages that like make me happy, and I like spending that time, and I like the people. So that's kind of what I looked for, was just finding a couple that I found good friends in.
Do my other student leaders agree? Yeah.
I would say probably the same thing. I know I was kind of dragged along to a lot of the organizations that I'm still a part of. Like I like met some new friends and they were very interested and excited. So they were like, oh, just come on with me. And now I'm still like, this is my 4th year being part of some of the organizations. So just keep an open mind. Definitely feel around for what you are most passionate about and what you connect with most. I think definitely the atmosphere of all the leaders in that organization is something that really impacted me. So just make sure you're passionate about it and it's something that you're drawn to.
And what are some of the organizations you all are in?
Yeah, so I'm part of SNA and CCNS. SNA is the Student Nurses Association, and CCNS is the College Council of Nursing Students. And so SNA focuses on like nursing and giving back to the community and sort of creating that community atmosphere along nursing. So it has certain volunteer aspects to it, which I really enjoy. And then CCNS focuses on being a communication with the nursing staff and kind of hearing student opinions and then kind of voicing it to the university. So it's kind of like a student council for like nursing and Edson students. And so I really enjoy both of them, and it helped me like continue to grow my passion, especially while I was in like pre-nursing or like in my first 2 years of school. I kind of like got to see a glimpse of like the nursing students that were in the program, and it just kept me motivated. I was like, I want to be there one day, like I can do it. And so I really liked having that outside drive that like kept reminding me of like what my passion was and what I wanted to do.
I'm actually a part of more of the residential life organizations on campus. So they help like put on events for the students that live on campus. So I'm a part of RHA and NRHH. So I don't know if that's something you're interested in, but I believe there are different flyers that they're sending around. You can always like Google it too. So.
And then I'm actually the president of Blooming with Love, which is an organization where we make beanies. It's super fun, super chill, and we typically donate them to Phoenix Children's Hospital. But right now we're not donating anything because of COVID. So right now we're just hanging on to everything, but it's still a really fun thing to do. It's kind of mindless once you get the hang of it, which is nice for nursing majors.
I'm a part of Barrett Book and Tea, which is like a book club for Barrett students, and it's really fun. There's some like outside of school activity as well, like volunteering at the Animal Humane Society. So I think it's definitely, if there's any school ones you enjoy, I say go for it, because a lot of them I've enjoyed way more than I thought I would. And then there's also outside school ones that are just as fun.
Perfect. So it's now 3 o'clock and you have about an hour until the big fall welcome. So we'll let everyone have their time to relax and be off camera for a little bit before you get really hyped for the college welcome. This is like the one that you're going to see all of the first year students from all of the campuses. So it's a really great opportunity to get hyped. If you want, put on some makeup, turn your camera on, kind of spot the people from other campuses. It's really exciting. I highly suggest that you get excited for it and definitely turn on your camera if you feel comfortable and just kind of see who's out there and get involved. Thank you so much for everyone who came and participated. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you all for your help, and I appreciate it.
Of course, reach out anytime. Bye.
Bye.